Sometimes it takes certain things falling apart for better things to fall into place. Sometimes it takes losing what you're settling for to remind you of what you truly deserve. Sometimes it takes the most uncomfortable paths to lead your life to the most beautiful place. I know it's hard, but you'll never see the purpose of the storm until you see the growth it produced. You'll never see the purpose of someone leaving your life until you see what's best for your life. You'll never understand why you're going through what you're going through until you see the strength, the power, the growth that it built inside of you. I want you to understand this and believe this, Annie. Your current situation is not your final destination. This storm will eventually run out of rain. This struggle that's seeming like it's lasting forever will eventually run out of pain. This hurt you will turn into the greatest you.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to episode 128 of the Jazzie Conversations with Jazz podcast. I am your host, ℕ𝕗𝕤𝕝, mother, educational leader, podcast host, event host, and so much more. And I have a fantastic show for you. As you know, today is a Monday, and you know Mondays are my favorite days. Mondays are the days. You already know it, right? What do? We reset, we refocus, we restructure our goals, we set new goals, and we definitely crush every single one of them. And so Monday is that time where we are triggered and we are fired up for another week. And speaking of fired up, you guys already know, right? You already know. You see me. You see me, right? So you know that I am very excited. I am very, 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 very excited. You know, we are about to be in for an interesting election season. And so with that election season embarking, I really want to draw some attention to some of our local elections. And so one of them, I was so glad to see that we had a panel conversation that happened last week. And so with our Polk County Public School Board. And so I want you to keep your eye on seat 2, Mr. MJ Wright, the right choice for us all, is running for District 2, seat 2 on the Polk County Public School Board. And I would love for you to research his campaign, research what he's all about. He is very young and he is very knowledgeable. He's a servant leader and he has had experience with policies on the school board, even when he was in high school. It started when he was in high school, guys. So he is definitely a candidate to watch. And I really want you to cast your vote on August 20th for Mr. Marcus Wright Jr., the right choice for us all. I also want you to switch your gears. And if you have family members, if you have friends, constituents, if you have coworkers, whomever in Hillsborough County, because I want you to keep an eye on that court county judge seat as well. My soror, yes, Miss D. Jones is running for the county court judge, and I want Group 21. And so I want you to make sure that you research her campaign. She is very knowledgeable. She's an alumna of the University of Florida, and her resume is so extensive that if I was to read it, we probably would be here for about 10 to 20 minutes, but she's very highly qualified. She is very passionate about the law and about justice and about serving her community. And I want you to make sure that you cast your vote on August the 20th for her as well. Make sure you are registered to vote. Make sure you are registered to vote. And not only are you registered to vote, make sure that you actually go up and show up to the polls to make sure that you cast your vote. We have a turn of events as of yesterday for this presidential election. And I know your eyes are peeled to the screen. I know your eyes are now hitting all of the news outlets. Make sure you get your news from the proper sources and make sure you vote responsibly. All right. This is a major decision for our nation. And so I want you to make sure that you are active in your community. And I want to make sure that you guys are helping the trajectory of not only your country, but your city, your county. All right. And so you guys know that with Mondays, we talk about comebacks on this show, right? And so you know that I believe that you can make a comeback from everything with God, the right resources, but knowing how to use those resources effectively and your willingness to do the necessary work. And I always love to bring on guests who can not only talk to me about a comeback, but they can also be a testimony and a testament to you about what living a good life really looks like and what it means to the community. And so I'm very elated. I'm going to bring my special guest to the stage, Miss Patricia Uiterwyk. Miss Patricia, how are you, madam?
Hello. Nice to see you.
Listen, I have mine too. Mine got into a little accident on the way here, but I have her, like, she's on. I wanted to make sure that you knew that I understood the assignment. So, I mean, I have her, okay? Like, we had to dress up for the occasion, madam, right?
Beautiful, beautiful. Why are we so elegantly adorned tonight?
Right,
What is
because
the
that's who we
occasion?
are. That's who we are. Look at how beautiful you are, Patricia. Like, that's
Oh,
just
thank
that's
you.
just who we are. Can I brag on you for a second?
Okay.
Because we are a part of this particular class. That's like the best class ever.
Yes.
Ever. Like, that number 40 means a whole lot now.
Yes,
It
it
means a
does.
whole lot now. But I wanna introduce you to my audience. First and foremost, thank you so much for being my special guest for episode 128. 128, and we are still rolling. We are still rolling. So, are you ready?
Yes.
I happen to still have a little book with me, a little souvenir book. And I just said, just for a little razzle dazzle, let me pick it back up and open it up and let me meet Patricia too. Like, I adore you. You are such a genuine person. And I saw it throughout our leadership program. Something There's always been this spark about you. Like, you have this spunk about you. You have this style about you. Like, I love your brim hats that you wear. I love everything about you, Patricia. And it's because you're so genuine. Like, you wear your heart on your sleeve when it comes to helping the community, and that is a beautiful thing to
Thank
me.
you.
And so, drum roll, please. Miss Patricia Uiterwyk is she is the owner, proprietor of Venue Salon and Spa here in Lakeland, Florida. And you do so much because you're not just a business owner. You made a note to state that you are hands-on owner. And when you look at your page, when you look at the marketing for your page, you see that you are very hands-on because you know how important that mentorship is. Even through your training as an esthetician, as a trainer to those who will literally wear your brand, whether it's the customer, the client, or the future stylist that's in your shop. Like, you are so serious about it, Miss Marketing Genius. And I absolutely love it. And so you've been doing this for 10 years. You used to work for an exclusive luxury spa, a chain there. And so you have a lot of training under your belt. What I really love about what you state about your business, when it comes to community service, you say that at the core belief of Venue, it is giving back to the society. You've raised over $3,000 since 2018 for Earth Month. And then you have raised over $18,000 for Breast Cancer Research Foundation. You've been awarded some awards: 2022 Rising Business of the Year by the Lakeland Chamber of Commerce for scuba diving. I heard a little birdie told me that you like scuba diving as well. And you like to dress fancy. You like to stay on trend when it comes to the TikTok trends and social media. And the marketing is just amazing. And so, Patricia, did I miss anything? And if I did, please feel free to toot your own horn and introduce yourself to the audience.
Thank you. I love everything you just said. I believe that, having a hair salon and working with artistic people and creative people is truly a wonderful calling. And if you want to get a message out to your community, tell your barbers, tell your hairstylists, because we have a very sacred and trusting relationship with our guests. And you may not have a standing appointment where you see your adult parent, like as an adult, you see your parents or your best friends.
Right.
On a consistent basis, but your hairstylist you'll see every 4 to 6 to 8 weeks on a regular basis, and you share everything and you trust them and you talk to them. And I see it every day where we have new people move to our community and they trust their hairstylist and they ask them, what dentist do you go to? What are you going to this weekend? What parks are the best? What restaurants do you recommend? Where do you go? And our resilience and our network is really, important. And often when we're talking to our guests, we're noticing first changes that are happening with their health and changes that are happening with them in general. So it's a very organic conversation when things come up with our guests and our stylists in the chair, not just about what's going on in their life, but what's going on with their health. And so, fortunately, unfortunately, we have these conversations pretty often in the salon when it comes around health and wellness and what's going on with our bodies that can often show up in our scalp and our hair. So what we're going to talk about tonight actually kind of goes really hand in hand with what we talk about in the salon on a day-to-day basis. But I love what I do. I love working with creative people, and I love Lakeland. I absolutely love my team, and I believe that with the team that I have, we can make anything fly. We have a lot of fun together, and if you're not having fun, you're done. Basically.
Yeah. I love it. If you're not having fun, you're done.
Yeah.
And I see that from the videos that you post and just the pictures that you post. Like, you make me want to work at Venue. I'm like, I just want to come to Venue. When I found out that your salon was actually your salon, it was such a coincidence, because I had just said, I am going to come and I'm going to sneak and take a picture by all of these butterflies on this building. And then when you started describing where your salon was, and you're like, that's my salon. And I'm like, get out. That is not your salon. And it's like, it's not too far from my house. And I still have to come and come to get the grand tour. And I will be doing that. But it looks so amazing, like so refreshing when you walk in. Talk to me about the culture. You have mentioned what it is, but talk to me about the culture that you have created there. Like, how has the culture is one, and then how would you attribute that to your leadership skills, like the dynamic leader that you are?
Thank you. So I believe that you mentioned the butterflies. So that is they're very special to me. When we were closed during COVID, I feel like COVID is back, right? COVID's making its comeback. The reason why we're Zooming right now is because
that's one comeback that could go away. But
I love art. I love supporting artists. I believe our hairstylists are artists too. So when we closed for COVID in 2020, I saw a local artist who was a friend of mine post that she was happy to spray paint your building. And I was like, yeah, let's do something positive. I'm here cleaning and purging anyway. Let's come on down. So she came down and she's like, I'd love to graffiti your building with some butterflies. And I was like, yes, let's do it. It signified that we were just cocooned in a transformative space. Like, we're not closed, we're not dead, we're here, we're alive. And when I saw people spending time driving around taking pictures in front of murals, it made my heart really happy. And when our after pictures are in front of the butterflies, it just was very anecdotal to, we're in a process of change and growth and transformative, and we don't know what's going to happen on the other side of this. But there's going to be life. Life's going to go on, and it's going to be different. But we're cocooned right now, and we're going to be transformed into something different on the other side of this. And so that kind of is our our culture. It's of positivity. It's of ever growing. We're all on a learning path. Our guests mean the world to us. Our education never ends. If we don't have a business culture, one will be created for you. We have great systems and procedures, but our culture is very important to us. We want to work in a harmonious environment. We want to work in an environment that we bring our best selves forward. And we want it to be a win for the guests, a win for the team, and a win for the salon. I want to give everyone that comes to work sound technical education that they can make the best income they can with the resources available to them. Unfortunately, a lot of people in the cosmetology industry, a lot of people in the trades, right? They get told that they're not going to make a great living. They're going to burn out their bodies. They're never going to be able to charge their worth. They're not going to make a career out of something like in a trade field. And I disagree. I think that our trades are very important. They're a great career opportunity for young adults. And my goal is to help hairstylists and makeup artists and anyone who's creative in the cosmetology industry make over $100,000 a year if they choose to, and that they can if they choose to use it as a serious career that they put their time and talent and treasure into and follow a career and educational path. We have educators that work for me in the building and teach throughout Florida and throughout the nation. We have people that decide to just do great hair and dial down into a special niche and focus on that. We have supported people that have worked at our space for a while and then have moved on to bigger and greater things or opened their own business. So I just love to be a part of people's journey and help them along and finding the potential in people, planting seeds and watching them grow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And your salon, you talked a lot about the training piece. Like you're very serious about the constant evolution of what you do. I saw a post and I was telling you, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this person came to your salon and whoever did her hair did an amazing job. And she was African-American, natural hair. And I'm like, oh my gosh, her hair is beautiful. And you told me how that came about, and like that even more so impressed me because we talk about niche styling, and like stylists like in the African-American community, like we do African-American hair. Like what's so funny to me, and my sister is probably gonna like get onto me, but my sister is a stylist. She was a stylist for like over 20 years and she would not do African-American hair. She's like, no, my forte it's not African-American hair. Like she like worked in Sally's and in Supercuts and places like that. And people just loved her. Like that was her niche. Like she just loved to do like straight fine hair. That was just her thing. She would not do my hair. And I used to be like, what kind of stylist are you, girl? So that's like a family joke that I have with her. But I loved, like I got a kick out of it. And I was just like, wow, like her hair is beautiful. Like you had the curls popping. And I'm like, go Patricia.
Hair is hair. And I got to tell you, like I want everyone to feel comfortable in our space. And we have actually a really cool survey you can take online that you can fill out information about your hair type, your personality preferences and types. And it will actually give you a stylist that specializes with what you're looking for and specializes in an algorithm that tells you who you pair with. It gives you their bio, their picture, their Instagram. So you can really take a look at if they're the right fit for you, if they do the type of hair you have. Because that's, I think, a scary thing when you go to a salon for the first time. Are they going to look like me? Are they going to know how to do my hair? Are they going to specialize in curls? Are they going to know how to do coily hair? Are they going to know how to do protective styles? Is anyone in there going to even look like me? Is anyone in there going to be able to take care of me? And so my hope is always to be inclusive and everyone's welcome. And we're trying to be that.
Yeah, because like you stated, like that salon is that sacred place, just like the barbershop is that sacred place for men. Like, people consider it to be like the neighborhood psychiatry facility. It's like where you come, where you have your family, like you said, is a standing appointment. And all of us want to feel beautiful. Like every hair is beautiful. Like I love natural hair. I love straight hair. I love curly hair. And when you are in the beauty industry and you find who you're going to service, you have to make her feel beautiful. Like that's the whole point. Like she's coming to you for transformation, and you guys have like healing hands. Like there is some psychology, behind a stylist and how you feel once you leave out of that chair. Like you just feel confident, you feel accepted, you feel like, wow, she gets me, like she's made me so beautiful. And so I just, like you said, that butterfly effect, you guys are like magicians. Like it's like, how on earth? Because I could never take these same products and do the same thing that you do. It's like it's a trade, but it is such it's a career, it's a profession. Like the business of hair has always been intriguing to me. And it's like, oh my gosh, like I could try to curl the same type of curl and Patricia does it and it's like perfect. And I just think that that is such a skill that I marvel over that. Like I really do.
Yeah, I do. I do too. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of hairstylists. I'm a huge fan of people in the beauty industry. I'm wowed every day that you take a consultation where you're telling me in words what you want, and I'm making it happen with some chemicals in a bowl and a brush and my imagination and translating information, and then whoop, 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 it's just turning into something and hoping for the best most of the time. And it really is it really is, oh gosh, it really is something special. And if you really think about it, there's not a lot of professions that you have the license to put your hands on people besides something in the medical career or like massage therapy or something like that. So it really is something sacred and something special. And it is really nothing else I'd really rather be doing. And that's what like, comes through when you see our social media, right? Like you see us having all the fun and you see us having all the.
I do. What I truly see is your calling. What I see is that is your purpose. What I see is that it is the calling of everyone that works for you. So much so that your purpose and your calling transcends outside of the walls of your business. The culture that you have created is one of care and concern, not only for you and your staff, but for those in the community that you service. And we are here today for one of those causes. Like we know that you are so hands-on with the earth. Like you have your own fruit garden in your backyard and it's plush and all of that great stuff. And you're just a caring person, Patricia. And for over 7 years, you have dedicated your resources, you've dedicated your help, your funds to support breast cancer, the Breast Cancer Foundation. And so this year is the 7th year that you are making a philanthropic effort to support the Breast Cancer Foundation of Central Florida. And you do it in your own unique, fun way. So tell us what you have up your sleeve this year. What's going on this year? What are we doing this year?
Oh my goodness, Jazz. Okay. So this year we are going 100% local with our philanthropy. We are supporting a cause that supports women. 1 in 8 women will get diagnosed with breast cancer. And this is a diagnosis that comes with a completely life-changing diagnosis, right? This affects every single part of your life when you are given this diagnosis. And for women, we are generally the caretakers, the breadwinners, the household runners of our lives. And when you are diagnosed with breast cancer, a lot of women have to choose between the life-saving treatments and taking care of their families, going to work. And the Breast Cancer Foundation of Central Florida helps women in Polk County, in Lakeland specifically, with paying the bills that they have to pay while they're going through cancer treatments. Instead of paying doctors, instead of paying insurance, instead of paying their medical bills, the Breast Cancer Foundation of Central Florida pays their gas cards for chemo, pays for their children's childcare, pays for their child's orthodontics office, dentist visits, pays for their kids' birthday presents, Christmas presents, pays for their rent if needed, their car payments, helps them with their utilities. And really the only criteria is that they are in need and that they are actively going through breast cancer treatments. We also help women get connected with free bras for their post operations and aftercare. We also help women with free wigs and finding stylists to cut and style those wigs. We also offer dark appointments, meaning appointments for women that want to whatever haircut they would like to receive through their chemotherapy journey. We offer appointments after hours, meaning dark, meaning we're not open to the rest of the general public during that time, so they can have a private consultation and private haircut without the general public there, with just them and their stylists. I also have a team of stylists that will do this completely complimentary. The Breast Cancer Foundation of Central Florida is something that we've pivoted to this year because we understand how acutely important it is to direct our fundraising efforts to be as close to home as possible.
Yeah.
We understand that it's important to raise money for all the things, but when we're talking about our teachers, 1 in 8 women, we're in line with 8 women at Publix. We're in a line at Starbucks with 8 women. We're talking about men and women. You might be in a group chat with 8 people right now. This is really close to home, and this is something that we feel is so important that that's why we're pivoting. And we believe that we know how to throw a good party. And we believe that you can attend fundraisers that can be fun and exciting and playful and for a great cause, but you don't have to sit down at a stuffy dinner and listen to people talk. You can have a really motivating, impactful message delivered while having a really good time for a great cause. And that's what we've done over the past 7 years. And the bio that you read is amazing, but last year we raised $30,000.
Yes.
Since that bio was written.
Yes.
So I'm honored that you would share your platform with us.
Yes.
Our goal is to really beat that number again this year and to continue to grow.
$30,000. I'm amazed at that.
Jazz.
I'm amazed at that. And because I know you, like you just stated, your goal is to top that. So it's like, I know your brain is like, let's top it.
Yeah, but we're not a paid committee. This is not what we do for a living.
Yes. And
we have stylists and guests and volunteers. We do this all on our own time.
Yeah.
This is all done outside of our business hours.
Oh my gosh.
All volunteer work. So we're looking for people that want to help us out with donations, raffles, volunteering, their time, their talent, their treasure, whatever they are interested in offering. I'm open to listening. Our event is October 5th. Tickets are on sale on our event page. All proceeds go directly to helping people that are in the foundation's program. No one is turned away if they are applying for the program and are in need. And you can find out a ton of information about this event and past events on our website. We have a ton of great images from our past events and information on how people can participate.
So you talked about it not being stuffy. You talked about it being of a worthy cause. We are definitely going to top that $30,000 mark that you hit in the past year, because before that you hit $18,000, then you hit $30,000. So let's, and those of you who are watching, you guys know how I am. You know that when I am passionate about a cause, you know that you're going to hear about it. You know that you're going to see it on my social media platforms. You guys know that I'm going to be inboxing you. You know that I'm going to text you, because it is a worthy cause to me. I segued with a fun spot, but I do want to hit a serious spot just for a second, because Patricia, you talked about it being something that 1 in every 8 women will, at one point in her life, could possibly have a diagnosis. 1 in every 8 women has a diagnosis of breast cancer. And just sitting here, I'm thinking of 2 women that I think now I'm thinking of, like, just that fast, because members of my sorority, I am at least thinking about 7 women. Like, when I started this conversation, I was thinking about 2 that were very, very close to me. And just like that, 7 women in the midst of me even just thinking about it just came to mind. But my sister, and actually, ironically, the sister that I was telling you about that was the hairstylist for many years, she is a breast cancer survivor. And so I just remember how it felt to get the news that she, you remind me of my sister in your heart and in your giving, because she's one of those people that gives. Like, she literally would just give somebody the shirt off of her back. She gets that from our dad, and she's caring. She loves to care for everyone. She always puts herself last. And so it's like seeing her go through just the treatment, the treatments that she had to go through. And it's like, that was years ago. And it's just like, now it never goes away, because you're constantly going back for testing to make sure that you're in the clear. And it's like, you know, people get anxiety over just that aspect. It's like, it never goes away. And so luckily she was able to catch it. I don't even think she was at stage 1 when they caught it, which was amazing. But she underwent surgery and all of that, you know, just to make sure that it wouldn't come back. And so I know firsthand, you know, what that diagnosis means. I know firsthand how it scares people. And I know firsthand how it sometimes makes people not want to share what they're going through. And in the realm of knowing that there is an organization out there that cares and that supports women in all phases of it, when women are strong enough to even mutter the words of what they're going through, because some women can't, because they just can't believe that they're going through it. And then, you know, a lot of us, even without having a diagnosis, we need a tribe. You know, we need other women that we know will support us and that will care for us. And so, men and women, you know, when we get this diagnosis. And so I'm so happy that you have partnered with the Breast Cancer Foundation of Central Florida. Like you stated, it's close to home. This is your 7th year doing this.
Yes.
And so the turning point of this is that there is healing in this, right? There are people that are here to support you. There's people like Patricia. Patricia is just one person. So just imagine if one person can lead her staff and lead a movement to raise over $30,000. Just imagine what we can do as a unified front. You know, I just think that is powerful. I know that it is powerful. And so go ahead.
Can I share? So the first year, because everyone starts somewhere. The first year we decided to do this, we did it in the salon. We knew we knew we wanted to do something because it was kind of built into we're affiliated with 𝕚𝕚𝕝𝕝, and we knew we were going to do something because there was a hand cream, and we're like, okay, like it's part of our brand. We're gonna. So we threw a party, and we had a fundraiser in the salon, and filled the shampoo bowls at night with ice, and we made that into a bar.
Of course you did, Patricia.
We made it work. And we did it the next year. The first year we raised $1,300, and we thought we were rock stars, and that was with almost zero to no planning whatsoever. We threw it together, and every year it got bigger and bigger and bigger to where we needed to hold it at the Lakeland Country Club because we outgrew ourselves.
Good stuff. So
one person can make a difference. Every dollar can make a difference.
Yes.
And I just want to make the point that for your sister, imagine if she had to decide, I don't want any woman, my goal would be no woman ever having to decide if I have to have this surgery, save my life, or have to take care of my kids because I can't lift my toddler, I can't lift my twins, I can't lift my baby. Because I have to have this surgery. I don't have any help. I don't have any daycare. How am I going to do this alone? How am I going to do this without help? No one should have to decide between a life-saving surgery because of a financial burden, because they can't afford to pay their bills and to have help. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah. And I support you in that. I support you in that. And I will continue to make sure that I promote the event because I want you to raise those funds for those women. You know, we even in our group, although it wasn't breast cancer, we were hit pretty hard with one of the members in our Leadership Lakeland class when we learned and discovered of his cancer diagnosis. And it was just, I think it took the wind out of all of us. So at some point, it's sad to say, but at some point, you know, pretty much all of us will go through that experience of a loved one, of a friend, of a colleague, you know, learning that they got that unfortunate diagnosis. But again, there's hope, there's support. And with people like you, Patricia, we will get on the right track to help and support those that need us. And so I'm going to lift it up into a fun realm. Where is your mask?
It's not far. I carry it with me everywhere.
It's not that far. So listen, there is no party like a Patricia party, like a venue party, I should say, because she's definitely going to take her staff along for the ride. And so tell us what we can expect, because you gave us a brief synopsis when you said you filled those shampoo bowls up with ice when it was at your salon, but it is not at your salon.
Okay, so you can expect a lot of intrigue. You can expect a lot of playful games and raffles. You can expect a lot of fun. You can expect some bourbon tasting. You can expect some men are welcome, couples are welcome. Make it a date night. Get a corporate table. Bring your most generous friends.
Yes.
Survivor, if you can't come, buy a ticket for a survivor.
Yes.
If you can't come, purchase some tickets and email me at patricia@venuesalon.com and say, I'd love to donate my tickets to a survivor, and we'll show them a great time. And 100% of your proceeds will go to showing that person a great time, and we'll donate your ticket amount to the great cause of helping people get to chemo safely, to paying their bills, to getting through this awful diagnosis, healthy and cancer-free. And listen, you're supporting people in your very own zip code, potentially. You're supporting people that you're going to see at Publix, at Watson Clinic. You're going to support people that you're seeing teach your children. You're going to see people that you're seeing drive school buses and, you know, just participate in your community, and it doesn't get closer to home than that. And I just appreciate our friendship. If there's anything I can do for you, we make a great gift basket at Venue. So if you need an 𝕤𝕚𝕝 organic hair care and skincare, that's the other thing too. Beauty products are unfortunately some of the most harmful things we can put on our bodies. So as a woman, and someone who is relentlessly about self-improvement and watching what we put on our skin and hair and bodies, organic hair care and skincare is really important. So if you're interested in learning more about that, we're happy to speak into that. All of our products are plant-based and free from harmful chemicals, fragrances, and parabens that can contribute to us getting diagnosed with things that are horrible like that. So we're happy.
What you guys don't know is that Patricia's 85. You didn't even know that. Like, you need to get with her skincare routine. Like, you know, who knew?
Yep, that's actually absolutely true. So yeah, no.
But you're gonna look.
I'm in my mid-30s, so that's good. That's good.
He's right, like you're gonna look that way when you're like in your 80s. You're still gonna be young, just still flapping around.
So Jess, tell me something good about you. Let's leave it on like what's good with you.
Just leave it up to Patricia to like literally flip it around on my show right now.
What are you looking forward to?
For the event?
For anything.
Or just in life?
Life.
Okay, in life. So Patricia, let me tell you what I have been like in heavy thought about, because you're gearing up for this immaculate event that you are giving back to the community with. And I just announced that I am doing my 3-year podcast anniversary live show on November 9th. I had a date in mind, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm not doing it on my birthday weekend, because I was just like, I want to celebrate my birthday. Like when I first, I talked with my best friend when I first said I wanted to do a podcast live show. And I was just like, best friend, like I want to have an event where people feel like it's their birthday. I was like, why do we wait until like one day out of the year to feel like it's our birthday? Like, you know how excited you get when it's your birthday, when you want to be celebrated. I was like, I want to create something that people look forward to. Like, I want people to feel like it's their birthday, right? Okay. And so that was kind of my intention when I first started thinking about doing a live show. I just wanted people to be in a celebratory mood. And then it's like I moved towards thinking about the theme of the comeback. And this, I knew that this was going to be an impactful show, but I didn't know how impactful. And, I'll sit here and I'm like, Jazz, get out of your funk, because it doesn't matter. Like the people that you see, like I really would not in the first 2 years, like sit in front of a camera right now where I can see how many people were watching me right now, because that was out of my brain. And I'm starting to realize that that's kind of distracting, because the impact of this show far so much so exceeds what I can see on a screen. Like when I was doing the show before, somebody else would be recording it and I would just be like, I'm not even paying. That was like so outside of my mind. But it's like I started to focus on that. And so you were talking about, what are you looking forward to that's good? I'm looking forward to getting out of my brain. I'm looking forward to people pouring into me as much as I pour into them, but I want to pour into them 10 times as much as they pour into me, if that makes sense. Like, I know that this show is my purpose. It is a part of my purpose. And I want to honor my father's legacy that worked so hard to make sure that I was afforded every opportunity that I wanted to chase this dream of being on television, of being on radio, of being a broadcaster, interviewing. Like, he stopped to no end to make sure that I went to conferences to get the training. He stopped at no end to make sure that I was making like the right connections. And so my father passed away like the first week in November. He passed away on November 1st. So I had my podcast anniversary live show the first year to commemorate him. And so I said, I'm not doing it in October. Like, why do I even think October? Why am I thinking about my birthday? Like, don't think about you, Jazz. Like, stick with commemorating the legacy of your father and the legacy of what you're supposed to do. And so when I used to talk about my show all the time in our cohort, it's because I just wanted you guys to feel the power and the impact of the show, because I get to hear it when I'm walking on the street. I get to hear it when I'm at my desk and I get like an inbox and somebody's telling me how impactful this show has been. Like, people have cried to me and people have just been like, I've been so inspired. And I'm just like, my show did all of that. Thank you, Jesus, because that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. It's so selfless. Like, the more I keep going on this journey, it's more selfless. And then it's like when I meet people like you, and then you're selfless, like with your resources, like you're telling me about someone that I need to interview, and I get to go in this room and that room. And it's like, that's exciting for me. I mean, look at what we just did. Like, your passion, your purpose, your kindness meets mine. And it's like, together we are forging an announcement to support women and men to combat such a powerful disease, just to make a better life for themselves, and not only for them, but for their families. And it's people who didn't even know about this foundation that are now going to know about this foundation. There's so many people that didn't even know about Venue. Though you do such an incredible job at marketing, this show may be a catalyst to somebody coming through your door to make a connection to you. And we just never know the impact of what we're doing. But as long as we keep putting good out in the world and on this earth, like that, I'm getting to the point where that just has to be enough for me. Like, I have to know that that's the legacy that I'm leaving. And in the midst of me and all this deep thought, I'm also ready to come and shimmy, because I want to know who the DJ is at this event. So just to break up all of that, I'm like, I'm also thinking about how Patricia dances on the dance floor and stuff.
Well, you're going to find out, because I don't wear high heels. I wear very interesting. I always have a surprise on my feet, because I like to be able to move, and I like to be able to dance, and I like to be able to see someone across the room and run over there to go get to them. So yeah. Oh yes, we'll be dancing. That's for sure. And we're going to be partying for a great cause. And I can't wait to see you there. I got you,
Absolutely.
girl. We're going to have a wonderful time. Our leadership class is going to be in full representation. I saw Hannah Herring next door. I told her
I know that's right.
I was going to be meeting you. I think B is tuned in right now, probably watching us. So all of our peeps are out there. I love talking to you. We're going to have to go out for dinners here soon.
Yes.
And catch up on more personal things. And I just adore you.
I adore you too. And thank you so much. I do. I really do, Patricia. So, and I don't think that anything happens out of spontaneity. I don't believe that anything just happens just because it happens. I think it's a purpose to everything happening. And just know, as much as you adore me, I adore you like so much. I'm like, I love her vibe. Like, this girl has a dope vibe. Like, yeah, so you got it. So you got it. Don't let us leave here though. You got to tell us one more time how they can donate and how they can purchase their tickets, because we are trying to blow these.
So let's not forget, right? Like, this is a charity. We are looking for sponsors.
Yes.
Corporate sponsors. We would love for you to send a group of people. We are looking for you to send. We are looking for jewelry. We're looking for corporate sponsors. We're looking for vacation packages. If you've got an Airbnb, if you've got
for that silent auction, right? You have a silent auction for the silent auction, right?
Yeah. Vacation rentals are great. We're looking for if you've got a hookup on alcohol or expensive bottles of things. Those are great packages. If you've got experiences are things that go really well. If you're a local business owner and want to be represented or affiliated with this great foundation, we love supporting our local businesses. If you've got any raffle ticket or gift card that you'd like to donate, we are slowly doing our drip campaigns right now, where we're sharing what our local business owners are offering and putting those out on our social media too. And we love supporting our friends in the community that make philanthropy a part of their business model. I think that it's a very important part of what we do here in Lakeland. I mean, it's just so important to give back to the community that you're a part of. And I'd love to, hey, if you're not already doing that, I'd love to have coffee with you and share about why that's important, and more specifically why you're not already doing that, you know?
Exactly.
So, so thank you so much for being so generous with your time, Jazz. I hope you have a great night, and thank you, and hi to all my new friends out there. Patricia at venuesalon.com is the best email. You got it on there. And we'll be back in salon tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Stop by. We make a great churro latte if you want to come by and visit the salon. And we got some awesome people.
Some good stuff. So listen, you guys heard it here. Make sure you support the Rose Gold Masquerade Ball, which supports the efforts of the Breast Cancer Foundation of Central Florida. This has been episode 128 with my special guest, very, very special guest, Miss Patricia Uiterwyk. Thank you so much for your time. I know you are going to go and be fabulous for the rest of the evening, for the rest of the week, and for the rest of the month. So listen, make sure you guys tune into the Jazzie Conversation with Jazz podcast every single Monday at 7 p.m. on IG, Facebook, and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe, you follow, you tag, and you engage by leaving a comment in the comment section. I would love for you to be a part of my Jazzie crew. And remember, all gold diggers are welcome. GOAL. I will see you later. You guys have a fantastic night. Support this event and always go for philanthropy. If you have it, make sure you share it with someone else. Good night, Patricia. Good
night. Thanks, Jazz. Love you.
Love you too.